All right. Shalom, shalom. May the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, I would like to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Makar Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. I'm going to hop straight into this. Me and the brother with Tazawani had did the lesson last night, basically going into, we're not in the season of turning back, from doing this work. Nor have we ever been in that season. If we're of the elect, we ain't going to turn back. All right? So we're in the season of overtime. All right? Yahweh Shai said what? The labor is plenteous, but the labor is few. So we all should be doing overtime. Me foremost, I'm speaking to myself also, man. Because it says we labor to enter into rest. All right? So the amount of work you put in should show how much you actually want the kingdom. All right? And we go day in and day out prophesying, man, to preach, being occupied in prophecies, man. That's our job. All right? Not only is that our job, that's a commandment. Not only that's our commandment, it's our reasonable service, man, to do these things. All right? So let me hit you with a little something real quick. This is Sirach 33, and I'm going to start with verse 24. Founder, a wand, and burdens are for the ass, and bread, correction, and work for a servant. Now, these things are going to physical things that, a donkey or ass needs, or a servant, as an Israelite servant, which we have in our customs. These are the things that he needs. It says bread, correction, and work. So, although those things are physical, how much more in a spiritual sense? All right? So, let's read this again. All right? Founder, a wand, burdens are for an ass. So, it's comparing something with work. And bread, correction, and work for the servant. Now, are we not servants? Are we not working up under Yahawah, Hashem, Yahweh Shai? Do we not have masters in this truth? Do we not have elders in this truth? All right? Let me hold that. Because it said bread, correction, what did it say? And work. Bread, correction, and work. All right? This is 2 Timothy 3:16. All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahawah and is profitable for doctrine, there's your bread, for reproof, for correction, there's your correction, all right? For instruction of righteousness, okay? That's what it's about, right? Because we're all doing our lot, doing our part in this truth. Because like I said, once again, we're laboring to get into that kingdom of heaven. So what you put in is what you're going to get out, okay? That's why you have scriptures about sparing bountifully, okay? Hold on, let me get this. All right, let me just go back to Sirach. Because, Timothy really linked up with it. All right? It says, if thou set thy servant to labor, all right, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty. All right, so when the order comes down that a brother should be pushing 3 videos, it's for what? So these guys won't go idle. You know what happens when you go idle in the truth? You essentially fall out. You stop doing the work. You're not reading. You're not doing the videos. All right? Hey, the scripture says we have certain men that watch us over our souls. So there's your correction. There's your reproof. All right? Because we need to know how to walk in righteousness. What did Paul say? Be ye followers of me, for I am what? A follower of Hamashiach. What were they doing? Walking in righteousness. Okay? It says, if a yoke and a collar do bow the neck, so are the tortures and torments for an evil servant. Send him to labor, that he be not idle, For idleness teaches much evil. And that's the whole point, man. We don't want brothers to fall into idleness or into wicked behavior, okay? That's why we set them to work. 3 videos ain't nothing, all right? It's 30 minutes a week of prophesying, of videos of prophesying, 30 minutes. Mind you, we used to read the scriptures from the evening to sunrise to sundown, you know, when you read that in the book of Ezra, all right? It says, hey, the Lord said what? Sending out my servants rising up early, all right? Set him to work as it is fit for him. That's not a heavy burden. 3 videos, man. And really, that's in the spirit to get us to push this word. What did Yahawah tell Peter? If you love me, feed the sheep. He asked him 3 times. So this is all just so the sheep can be fed, man. And this is our reasonable service, man. Honestly, man. And this is our job, man. As Israelite men, more importantly, Israelite men with the doctrine, with the truth. This is our job, man. All right? So bouncing off that lesson yesterday, we ain't in that season, man. All right? We're here to work. All right? It says, set him to work as it is fit for him. So, you know, through the Spirit, ain't nothing going to be put on you that's too much, including this work. All right? Yahawah said what? My burden is light. All right? If he be not obedient, put on more feathers. But be not excessive towards any, without discretion to nothing. If thou have a servant, let him be unto thee as thyself, right? Because thou hast brought him with a price. If thou have a servant, and treat him like a brother. So spiritually, that is exactly what goes on here, man. All right, if your brother ain't doing what he's supposed to do, hey, all right, you get on him. Hey, well, hey, you got to do this. Hey, set tasks up for him. All right, that's to whip him into correction. All right, that's for reproof. But guess what? If he don't want to get down with that, hey, he gonna be an evil, fucking wicked servant anyway, man. All right, his colors are gonna be shown. All right. But it says what? And treat him like a brother, because that's what we all are, man. All right. Yeah, we have certain men over us. You know, what it says, the younger should be hold on. Yeah, servants obey your masters, right? All right. Then it says we are servants one to another, which we are. So we all fighting for that same penny. We all laboring to get into that rest. That's what that penny is. That salvation, man. Okay? But you have people that scoff at the fact that at doing the work or even doing videos or just simply don't want to do it. So check this out. It's Ecclesiastes 10 and 18. By much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through. All right? So imagine yourself being that house. All right? If you ain't taking care of that house, guess what? It's going to start to rot. The plumbing's going to go bad. The roof may fucking cave in because you're not attending to its needs. Same thing here in this truth. All right? It's the same exact thing, man. All right? But you got niggas that don't want to do the work. All right? Check this out. First Corinthians 9:16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of it. For the necessity is laid upon me. He said the necessity. It is needful for me to go out and preach. You bet your ass it is. All right? It is needful. This is a necessity. It's needed. It's laid upon us, man. Like I said earlier, our reasonable service. Okay? And it says what after that? Yea, woe is me if I preach not the gospel. Simply put, so you don't want to do the work, you ain't preaching the gospel. Matter of fact, it says, despise not prophesying. Hold on. 1 Thessalonians 5:19. Quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying. Simply put. All right, so I'm going to hit you two ways on that. You got niggas that scoff the fact that we go out and preach, we do 3 videos. Well, according to this, you shouldn't be despising that. But nonetheless, on the flip side, brothers within the truth, don't despise prophesying as far as hiding your wisdom, all right? As far as not doing the work, all right? This is, Sirach 10:30. Wisdom that is hid and treasure that is hoarded up, what profit is them both? All right, hey, it's better. It is better for. Matter of fact, let me get that precept. This is Sirach 20:31. Better is he that hideth his folly than the man that hideth his wisdom. So you know what you're doing when you're hiding your wisdom? You're taking that talent and you're putting it in a napkin and hiding it. That's exactly what you niggas doing. Listen, we ain't in the time of being lukewarm or being fucking cold. If you're cold, you're cold. If you lukewarm, get the fuck out. Because you're gonna be spewed out one way or another, man. We ain't got time for half-assing Israelites, man. All right, once you put your hand to your plow, hey, work, nigga, work. Because we all trying to get up out of this place, man. All right? Matter of fact, Second Corinthians 9. I'm starting with 6. But I say this, he that soweth sparingly shall reap sparingly. All right? Yeah, you get what you put in. All right? It's like the dude with the talent. He didn't put shit in. So he got his tooken. He didn't get nothing, so he got nothing in return, man. He got cast out, honestly. All right? And him which soweth bountifully shall reap bountifully. Every man according to his purpose and heart, so let him give, not grudgingly, or of necessity, for Yahawah loveth a cheerful giver. Hey, so how much more in this work? Matter of fact, let me keep on going. And Yahawah is able to make all grace abound towards you, that ye, always having all sufficiency in all things, may abound in every good work. What's the best good work? This truth. So you should want to abound in that. All right? Hey, out of all the gifts, what did Paul say? Let me get it. Jelly, I'm doing a video. So, hey, this is 1 Corinthians 14:1. It says, follow after charity. Hey, what I just say? Go back in the room. All right? It says, follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. All right? Let me just keep on reading. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto man, but unto the power. For no man understandeth him, howbeit the Spirit, in the Spirit he speaketh mysteries. All right, because when you speak in another tongue, you need somebody to break it down so they can get the understanding, right? Verse 3 being on point. But he that prophesies speaketh unto man edification, exhortation, and comfort. That's why Paul said this is a necessity laid upon me for the exhortation of the brotherhood, to comfort them through the scriptures. That's why we go out and prophesy. That's why it says, comfort ye them with these words. All right? That's our whole point. All right? So guess what? If you don't want to go do the work, you don't want to keep your hand on the plow, then in a sense, you don't want to comfort the elect. You don't want to build up Israel, man. You don't want to help in building up Israel. All right? And scripture says what? Hate not the laborious work. All right? It's a shame that we have to make videos like this, but it's part of the territory, man. All right? And that's why we make videos for brothers to keep on going and going and going, you know? Sirach 7:15. Hate not laborious work, neither husbandry, which the Most High have ordained. That's what the Lord, we're his husbandry, right? And he commanded us to go out and take care of the vine, all right? The plants, all right? Which happens to be the elect, all right? So we don't supposed to despise that, man. This is ordained by Yahawah by Shemiah Shai, man, all right? So hate not that laborious work. Here we go, man. It's 1 Corinthians 3:9. For we are laborers together with Yahawah. Yea, ye are ye are Yahawah's husbandries. Ye are Yahawah's building. All right, so we're laborers together. All right, we're building, like Paul said, a master builder. Hey, we're part of that, man. So we got to build up. If you just want to sit with your hands in your pocket, all right, and the hell with you, man. I can't put it in no other terms. The hell with you, man. You know? But I'm going to end off with this. Luke 10:2. Therefore he said unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, for he shall send forth laborers in his harvest. And that's what Yahawah by Shemiah Shai is doing now. It's waking us up, putting us on the move, go out, teach, preach, bid them to the marriage, so on and so forth. All right? There's a lot of work to be done, man. There's a lot of work that should be done. It should be no excuse. Well, I don't know what to talk about. I don't speak. You could open up the Bible and just break down one chapter. All right? Or the milk, the things you're comfortable with. How, the Lord is only for Israel, so on and so forth. Thou shalt not worship idols. Simple lessons that is needful for the body to hear. Because there's always somebody waking up, man, that needs to hear these comforting words. All right? So with that, I pray you was edified. Say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawah Shai, by Hashem Makar Kadash. Double honors to thee, all the apostles of great millstone. Salutations to the elect, wherever you may be.